Hello, my name is Vimarsha and I'm from Group 8. Today we are going to present about the issue of fresh graduate unemployment in Malaysia. This is the video flow. First we are going to see the overview. Every year, thousands of Malaysian students graduate with their big dreams, ready to step into the working world. In 2022 alone, Malaysia produced almost 5.92 million graduates, according to the Department Statistic Malaysia. But as a graduation cap fly, a troubling question remains: where are the jobs? Many graduates struggle to secure employment while others end up in positions that do not match their qualification. A columnist from Astro Avani called this is the high cost of living dilemma, where rising excess expenses make it difficult for fresh graduates to survive on low starting salaries. According to Malaysia, now graduate unemployment has become such a serious national issue that it should be prioritized in future government budgets to support economic stability. Meanwhile, a Job Think 2025 labor reports warns that although Malaysia overall unemployment is improving, graduation unemployment remains stubbornly high, mainly due to the mismatch between education and industry need. With the nearly 6 million graduates competing for limited opportunities, Malaysia faces a growing challenge. Today, our presentation will explore why many fresh graduates remain unemployed and what this means for a future Malaysian economy.
In this section, we will look at the latest statistic on fresh graduate employment in Malaysia. These figures help us understand the challenges faced by young Malaysians entering the job market today. If we look at the trend over the past 5 years, the number of graduates has continued to rise steadily. In 2020, the number shows that 5.36 million is total number of graduates in Malaysia, and increased to 5.98 million in 2024. There was a slight dip in 2023, mainly due to the post-pandemic transition. Overall, the long-term trend shows that Malaysia is producing more and more graduates each year. The good news is that Malaysia's overall unemployment rate has been slowly decreasing over the past few years. In 2020, the fresh graduate unemployment rate was 4.4% and reduced to 3.2% in 2024. This indicates economic recovery and improving labor market conditions. The downward trend shows that employment opportunities are growing. Even with this improvement, a new problem has become more noticeable: graduate mismatch or underemployment. Many graduates end up working in jobs that are not related to what they studied, simply because they need employment. This means that although they are not unemployed, their skills and qualifications are not being fully utilized in the job market. This issue is supported by reports from Malay Mail and The Star. According to these sources, Malaysia continues to face a high level of skill-related underemployment, where graduates are overqualified for the jobs they take. These reports shows that graduate mismatch is not just a personal problem, it is a national labour market challenge that needs serious attention.
Every year, thousands of bright young Malaysians graduate filled with hope and ambition. But behind the celebration lies a growing concern of the rising number of unemployed fresh graduates. Despite their degrees, many find themselves struggling to land their first job. Why is this happening? Today, we explore the reasons behind fresh graduates' unemployment in Malaysia through three key lenses, which is individual factor, labour market realities, and organizational influence. Let's begin with the individual, the graduate themselves. According to the survey from Malaysia's Ministry of Education (MOE), indicates one of the key reasons for graduate unemployment is lack essential soft skills like communication, teamwork, and problem solving. While academic results may shine, practical experience often falls short. Universities tend to emphasize theory, sometimes at expense of real-world application. Unrealistic expectations also play a part. Many graduates hold out for higher salaries or prefer specific job types and locations, turning down entry-level opportunities that could open doors later. Others choose their field of study based on prestige or family preference, not market demand, which is leading to oversupply in some disciplines and like business or computing. The challenge isn't just personal, it's also structural. The Malaysian labour market faces a mismatch between supply and demand. While industries like manufacturing and technical services continue to grow, many graduates come from fields with fewer openings. This mismatch has created what economists call structural unemployment, where jobs exist but the skills don't align. Technological change has also transformed the workplace. Some traditional jobs has disappeared, replaced by the role requiring digital literacy, data analysis, and adaptability skills not all graduates have. And geography plays a role too. Most high paying jobs are concentrated in urban centers like Kuala Lumpur or Penang. Graduates from rural areas often face limited options or are unwilling to relocate. The COVID 19 pandemic made things worse, shrinking jobs opportunities in sectors that usually employ fresh graduates like hospitality, tourism, and retail. Finally, we turn to the institution, the universities and organizations shaping Malaysia's workforce. Many employers argue that co-curricular are outdated, focusing too heavily on exams and theory. Some programs fail to integrate soft skills, internship, or industry collaboration, leaving students academically strong but professionally unready. There's also limited coordination between universities and employers. When industries evolve faster than academic programs, the skills gap widens and graduates pay the price. Additionally, hiring practices within the companies may disadvantage the local graduates. Some employers prefer candidates with overseas education or prior internship experience, creating an uneven playing field. The issue of graduate unemployment isn't caused by one factor. It's a complex web of individual choices, market dynamics, and institutional gaps. But there is hope. By aligning education with industry needs, promoting skill development, and encouraging flexibility among graduates, Malaysia can turn its educated youth into the driving force of its economy.
Hello everyone, I'm here to explain about efforts to tackle the issue of unemployment rate of graduates in Malaysia. From whom the initiative should be taken? In my opinion, the initiative should be taken from four major sides, which is government, universities, employers, and fresh graduates themselves. Malaysia's new Industrial Master Plan NIMP 2030 aims to create more high-value jobs, targeting a 20% of expansion and 3.3 million new positions by 2030. This plan, said Sharifah to CNA, must be supported by investment in future-forward sectors such as semiconductors, clean energy, and biotechnology. According to Arul Kumar, an HR expert, two key policy levels can translate these national goals into real opportunities. First, active labor market incentives like wage subsidies and hiring grants that encourage firms to train early career talent. And second, industrial upgrading that promotes higher value sector so skilled, while paid jobs grow alongside graduate supply. At the national level, the Star reported calls to re-establish a National Employment Council to align government, employers, and education providers. At the same time, strengthening TVET is crucial to expand graduate skill, as emphasized by Mr. Ling Tian Soon, MCA Youth National Chairman. According to the Malaysian Times, the MyStep program offers short-term placement in public and GLC sectors. An official report from Malaysia's Ministry of Finance announced that 2,546 participants had been placed as of 17th March of 2022. Universities and training providers also play a key role. They are expanding work-integrated learning and industrial attachments to enhance soft skills and workplace readiness. When these trainings align with employers' needs, interns are more likely to become permanent staff, a point highlighted by Madam Diana, a senior lecturer at University Malaya, in the news thread. Finally, Dorothy Isa in Fames Park emphasized that graduates should seek real-world experience such as internship, apprenticeships, and mentorship to build confidence and employability. Together, these coordinated efforts can help Malaysia's graduates secure better jobs and reduce unemployment nationwide.
Malaysia's labour market remains strong. The Department of Statistics Malaysia (DOSM) reported in the second quarter of 2025 that 97.9% of jobs were filled, totaling 9.10 million positions. Meanwhile, Universiti Utara Malaysia (UUM) achieved a 96.6% graduate employability rate in 2025, according to the News Straits Times. However, research from University Malaysia Sabah (UMS) highlighted in UMS ePrint 2025 and the Star 2020 shows a continuing mismatch between graduates' qualification and job skills needed. In conclusion, while Malaysia's employability rate shows positive progress, bridging the gap between academic learning and practical skills remains essential. Strengthening industry-university collaboration will help ensure that graduates are truly ready for the evolving job market so that they can excel in their field. That's all from our team. Thank you.